I don't know how well you guys can hear it, but the wind's actually died down to what it was. It's about 20 after 7 mountain time. It's just now starting to get light. I've got the other heater going because the Mr. Heater ran out of propane. Although, what's interesting is that I didn't even have to use the heater last night sleeping. I didn't do it until this morning because I'd been outside and getting Copper's food and stuff like that, and my fingers were just frozen. So, but yeah, I don't know how well this will pick up that wind, but it is a whipping. I have got to get that other tent set up. It's blowing this thing all over the place. Poured last night too, but this thing's done pretty well for a $60 tent. It's done pretty well, I have to say. Anyway, the camera looks really grainy for some reason, so I apologize. Anyway, I was able to get the cot set up, and boy, I'm telling you what, 1,000% difference. Because I was going to wait to set up the cot once I got the big tent set up, because it just takes up so much room in here. But I had to do it, and I am feeling better today. Let me tell you, this cot is much easier to get out of than that little chair. I wish I had my good big chair, but there's just absolutely no way. I tried fitting it in the back. It wouldn't go. I tried putting it on top of the roof racks, and that didn't work. So it's like, I hate that too, because that chair is an awesome chair. Yeah, so another thing that I had to leave behind. But, you know, I'll get by. But I am feeling much better today. I did a lot of stretches yesterday. I would basically bend over until my back was just hurting me, but I would stay bent over until it started loosening up and the pain went away. And I did that numerous times because it's like I knew I had to get that cot in here, and it's heavy. So anyway, I did get it in here, slept on it, and I'm telling you what, 1,000% difference. I mean, I laid on it. Well, actually, I laid down to watch some YouTube, and next thing I know, an hour or so had passed, and I'd been zonked out. And the main reason I fired that other heater up is because you can also cook on it. You open up the vents and you can cook on it. And it's too freaking windy to try to cook outside. And so I had to get it hooked up, and so I could make this. So yeah, but I am feeling a lot better. I mean, I still, if I move wrong, it zings bad. But I've walked around, haven't had to use my cane for support or anything, because yesterday, the reason I had to use the cane is because when I'd step with my left foot, and any pain or any downward pressure on my hip, and it would just, so I was using the cane to try to get around. But, after I did the stretches, I was able to go out there and walk around and, like I say, bring the cot in. And that's what I'm sitting on right now. And I'm telling you what, it's so much easier to get up off of and down. I mean, I had no problems at all. The only pain that I had last night was I started off laying on my back, and anytime I would try to move and shift, I was like, oh. So yeah, it ain't fixed, but as long as I can function, that's the main thing. I am going to try to get that tent set up today because I think I can. I don't seem to have a problem with lifting, because I lifted a couple of heavy things yesterday, like the cot. That cot is freaking heavy. You know, it's like 6 or 7 feet long, or however long it is. And funny thing is, you know, I almost left it at home, near at the house. That's not home anymore. Almost left it there, then I decided, no, you know, I was going to put it on the roof. Well, it wouldn't go on the roof. But it's like, you know, something told me I better bring it. So I did, and I'm glad I did, because I thought I could sleep, you know, on the floor of the tent on that sleeping pad. And that's a good sleeping pad, but it's a Moose Jaw. It's a very good sleeping pad, but that cot makes all the difference in the world. All the difference in the world. I need to figure out something for breakfast. I ended up eating that corned beef hash that I was going to fix for breakfast. Ended up eating it for dinner last night. And Copper sure liked the smell of it. Because it was starting to get cold outside and a little windy, so I came in here and ate instead of out at the table. And he's like, but he's been so good. He's enjoying it now. It's like I said, when I first got here, he was so nervous, but now, like I said, when we got back from picking up my stuff, when we got here and he came over here and he sniffed the tent and he started running around and he was all fired up, you know, it kind of surprised me. But he likes it. He likes it out here. He's out. It was funny yesterday. I let him out to go pee, and some cows come walking up above, and I didn't go out there with him because that was at the point right. I was in such pain. It's like I couldn't even move. So I let him out, and all of a sudden I hear. I was like, Copper, what are you barking at? And then some cows even came into the campground last night. They came into the campground, even set off the. We were in here, but they came close enough. It set off the motion lights. You got to get pretty close to set off the motion lights. So they were out there walking around. And then we were watching them yesterday. They were across over there on the other side of a fence, and they were looking at us. And Copper was sitting here at the doorway. He's looking. There's more cows. There's more cows out there. So he's having a good time. But he's enjoying it much more than I am. I mean, I am enjoying it to a certain extent. You know, it's just that it's been really, really hard trying to get things situated and all of that. So, but I'm really glad that I feel better today instead of worse, because I think it was 38 Special made a comment that when his back does that, he's out for 2 weeks. And that generally used to be the same way with me. But I've learned how to deal with it a little better. Actually, I went to physical therapy for my back problems, and they taught me some stretches and things like that to do that are really, really helpful. So I wasn't able to do all of them because a couple of them you got to be laying down. Now I can do them on the cot now that I have it set up, but at first, you know, it's like no way. But there are other stretches, and just stretching it out like that seemed to kind of get it out of spasm a little bit. Because right now I'm sitting here and I don't, I'm pretty much pain free. Unless I move wrong. But I can't really twist. If I try to twist to reach something or something like that, it's like, it reminds me real quick. So, there's that wind. And it's supposed to increase. Looking at the weather report, the hourly weather report. Yeah. So, but then it's supposed to be dying down, but not until like late tonight. So I think I'm going to be doing all my cooking in here on the thing. I'm probably going to have to break out the other propane tank here. We'll see how long this lasts. I got the heater going because it's funny. Oh, and it was pouring too during the night, but it was funny. When it was pouring rain, it was actually pretty warm. I just got under I used my sleeping bag as a blanket because the zipper broke on it. It's a brand new sleeping bag. Freaking zipper broke. Other than that, it's a great sleeping bag. It's very warm. But, oh boy. Yeah, this is why I want to get the other big tent set up, because it doesn't have mesh. I mean, it does, but it zips up all over. Just in the doors. It doesn't have mesh anywhere else. It's airtight as far as, being windproof. I'm also going to try to put a tarp up over it. I'm also going to try to set up a tarp that I can cook under outside. But, it's going to be time to leave here by the time I get everything done. And as you can see, the sun's coming up a little bit more because it's not as dark as it was when I started recording. But anyway, I don't want this video to be too long because I want to get it uploaded. So, anyway, those of you who were praying for me, it's been working. Because I feel 100% better than I did when I made that video yesterday. So, I am going to try. It's supposed to be sunny today, so I'm going to try to charge up that solar generator and get my computer and try to make video from. I got footage from Monday and Tuesday that you guys haven't seen. That some of you might find it boring. You think it's boring? Like one person made a comment and all they put is a little emoji going, it's like, well, if it's boring, don't watch the damn thing, you idiot. Hey, there's the thought. This ain't Showtime. It ain't HBO. So, and for those of you who enjoy it, I'm making it for you. The rest of you don't have to watch. So, it will get more interesting as we go along, but right now I'm still just, we're getting the routine down. And Copper's adapting really, really well, I have to say. He is adapting really, really well. He's been a really good dog. Aren't you? Oh, you can't see him. He's on the other side of the cot. But we'll talk to you later.